Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another pre-market pulse scan. The time is 8:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Tuesday, January the 31st, 2017. Jumping right into the heat of things, we have some price action going on here in the overnight, starting first with the infamous Bitcoin. Last trade 954.05. It is up 3.67% or $33.80. Powerful move in the overnight markets. Temporarily, it has decoupled itself from the US dollar. Looking at the bond market is off about 630 seconds at 150.02. The Dow is off 40 points at 19,848. The NASDAQ 100 is off 13.5 points at 51.11. The S&P 500 is off 5 3/4 at 22.70.5. The Russell is off $3.90 at 13.46. The Nikkei is off 145 points at 19,065. And the crude oil is off, let's say it's up 37.5 cents at $53 even, which is also the new overnight high. And the dollar, the big story, down 40 pips. It's trading at par and a half. And the overnight high was par 50 and a half, and the overnight low was 99.90 half, and it's right now just pulled down to 99.98 half. So it is weakening. This will be the sixth down week, especially if this market closes below par. That will be a dangerous sign that we're going to really pick up some steam to the downside. As a result of the weakening dollar, the euro, the pound, and the Aussie are catching bids. The euro is up 58 pips at 107.69. The pound is up a pip at 124.95, and the Aussie is up 23 pips at 75.69. The next big story is gold. Gold is up $10.40 at 1206.30, and silver up 31 cents at $17.46.5, just off the overnight high of $17.52. And the low was $17.10.5, so it's staying above that $17 support. So, does silver have enough oomph to get back up above 20? Let's take a look at the chart, starting with the silver market. Right now, if you take a look at the daily chart, it is powering up. It just broke out of the Kumo cloud to the upside on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, we're just breaking into the bottom of the Kumo cloud and hitting upon some resistance around the $17.54 level. So it's right around resistance right now. That's where it's at. So the question will be, is there enough power to do this? Can it push through? Having gold and silver and the Bitcoin trade together is rather interesting, to say the least. Of course, commodities should be catching a bid here with the weakening dollar. So it's not too surprising, because gold and silver are not just both commodities, but they're also currencies. So now, if we move on and take a look at gold here. All right, gold, you see, is already pulling back from where it was inside the Kumo cloud, trying to break back up again. All right, but it's still down from where it was, so it's showing weakness as opposed to the silver. On the weekly, it too is below its Kumo cloud, but it's further below it than the silver is. So it still has more energy that it needs to work through. This is why JNUG was struggling and all the others for this very well reason. Somebody asked me last night about NAC. So let's pull up NAC. Let's see what it's looking like here. All right, so far NAC is still powerful. It's still bullish. In the overnight market right now, we have $2.99, and it hit $3.02 in the overnight market. Daily chart still looks bullish to me. I like it. Like I said, I think it wants to march to 3.5 and then 4 and maybe even $5. The weekly chart is more powerful. It is great. You don't even have any gaps to deal with. It's just wide open to the upside. This week's pullback should be used as a buying opportunity, in my opinion. So I like it just looking at the chart here. I like it. Looking at JNUG's overnight activity. Let's see what she's doing. All right, JNUG went to 882. Currently pulled back. It's at 874 now. See what I'm saying? That's not too cool. I don't like that. It should be above $9, especially with gold being above 10, but because it's been struggling at these resistance points, it's probably going to need the rest of the week to try to sort things out and get itself together. So that's where we are in the JNUG. All right, let's flip to the sheet now and see what we got to look forward to, see what's in play for the day. All right, we'll go with let's go with our crash alerts first, because I always forget to do the crash. I do rally alerts and then I forget to do the crash alerts. So today let's see if we can get it together. And I do both. All right. This time we'll start with crash alerts. All right, we have crash alerts officially now on the daily chart. And the following: the Dow, the Nikkei, the NASDAQ 100, Apple Computer, AG. We have a crash alert in Bitcoin. We have a crash alert in Caterpillar. We have a crash alert in the cotton futures. We have it in the Euro Yen. We have it in FedEx. We have it in the GBTC, which is the ETF that tracks the Bitcoin. We have it in the inverse gold ETF GLL. Oh no, not my favorite stock. We have a crash alert in GameStop. We have one in Hack. Oh boy, we have one in JNUG too. We have it in the Japanese yen. We have it in Netflix. We have it in the QQQ. We have it in the TQQQ, the UDAO. UPS has a crash alert. Wow. The thing I would say out of all of these that's the most concerning is UPS and Caterpillar. UPS, Caterpillar, FedEx, and Copper, they call Dr. Copper. They say Dr. Copper has a PhD in economics. Those are your key economic indicators. If Caterpillar and UPS and FedEx, if they're all in Copper, if they're all in a bear market and a downtrend, that means that the economy is in a downtrend and struggling. So you want to see those stocks and that one commodity be bullish, because that is showing that the economy is going, that infrastructure and all the things that go along with it, construction, real estate, everything's booming, buildings are going up, being erected, and business and commerce is going. So all that's important. All right. So let's break it down. Caterpillar is in a uptrend and it is strong. Okay, it's locked in. So it's possible we could be pulling back because it has been positively pulse waving. Could be bumping up against some short-term resistance here. That's what it's telling you. All right. Now there is a key component. Excuse me. There's a key component that you want to look at, and it's the mysterious resistance at 99.55 on Caterpillar. All right. If the market can break that and even close above that, that is a super, super bullish sign on Caterpillar. If Mr. Trump has his way and that infrastructure spending bill passes and gets funded, then Caterpillar could really take off. It could easily become a $200 stock. So we gotta watch Caterpillar. FedEx is also in a bull position, but it's been in a bullish retracement off a bear market. So we've been retracing off the lows in FedEx, okay? So because we've been retracing off the lows in FedEx, what you're going to want to see here is, can the momentum stay locked in on the bull side under this positive momentum? We have a 311. The 911 crash alert could signify that we could be hitting a top temporarily, as the market has been positively pulse waving. All right. A close above 196.65 this week would signify that excuse me, whatever pullback we've experienced is over, and we could actually see a change in trend. So we'll change from a bullish retracement to an actual bull market in the FedEx. All right, looking at UPS. UPS too has been in a bullish retracement off the bear market lows. It's been positively pulse waving. Once again, this crash alert could mean that we could be seeing a topping out or a short-term pullback. A close above 118.27 this week would put an end to the downside and could solidify a actual change in trend on this particular stock as well. Need to watch those going forward. All right, JNUG has a crash alert, but remember, we're in the Kumo cloud of death, algorithmically speaking. Therefore, this one could have very little effect. However, going forward, it would be super bullish, and it would solidify a nice breakout if we could close above 969 this week. A close above $9.69 would solidify the new leg up and a new bull run. That's what we need to see in JNUG. Let's see what else we got here. On the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell. Okay, let's go with the Dow first. Dow and the NASDAQ 100 and the Nikkei all in the same trend. We got a bullish uptrend locked in with locked in bullish momentum. We got crash alerts, meaning that a short-term top is in place, and we could see significant pullback to the downside. Got to watch it for that. AG is a little different because it's in a bull trend and it's positive pulse waving, but it doesn't have any other bullish momentum readings. So this crash alert could be more significant, more meaning in AG. Don't like to hear that. Don't even want to have to talk about it, but it is true. We have to watch it. We have to be careful for that. So moving forward, what does that mean? Well, I think for the most part, we're going to need to consider that we could have a bump in the road in the gold. It may not be able to push through the upside here, at least this week. So going forward, that's what I'll be looking at. All right, enough of the gloom and doom. Let's get with the rally alerts, which are my favorite. All right, what we got to rally about today? Ooh, it's only a handful. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so starting with JDST. JDST has a rally alert. It's in a bear market. It has no negative momentum readings, but under the positive momentum side, we have a rally alert. So, have we seen a short-term bottom in JDST? And is it ready to rock and roll, lock, and load? A close this week above $21.06 would solidify the new bull move and could send prices higher, much higher. Looking at UVXY, you know, it's almost to the point where you're better off shorting SVXY than you are UVX than going long UVXY. This thing barely moves, man. During the Brexit, the UVXY and the TVIX barely even moved. But I gotta give it to you because it's here. It needs to close above $28.73 this week, and I don't see that happening. You'd probably need a move, a downside move in the Dow of 5,000 points to make this thing move a buck. So we'll see. Walmart has a rally alert. A close above $67.45 this week would solidify into the downside and a new floor for the next bull move. All right, looking at the bonds. Bonds on the ticker symbol TYO has a rally alert. A close above $15.42. I'm sorry, $15.82. I'm sorry. Make it 83 cents. $15.83. You have a situation here in this in the bond market. This is crucial. I believe this is very crucial on a short-term basis. First of all, TYO, ticker symbol, is in a bear market per se. It has been a little bearish, but it's in the cumulative cloud of death. So we had a negative swing VIX yesterday, which is setting the stage for the rally alert today. You got things lining up in this one. Your entry price on the sheet, your trend line resistance, and your weekly resistance are all the same. So you got 3 in a row. This one could have a very, very, very significant, powerful move to the upside if the breakout occurs. This is one to watch very closely. Very, very closely. All right, looking at Dust. Dust is in a bear market with a negative pulse wave, but we have a rally alert, and the entry price is not far removed from the market. The initial target's $35.33. A close above that would put it in to the downtrend and solidify the new bullish retracement off the lows. Dry ships has a rally alert. It has been in a locked-in downtrend, and excuse me, because the prices have been so jacked up and so much going on in this market, it's a tough one. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is in play. If you want to play it, it is in play. Price is not too far removed. I might take a stab at it myself just to see how this thing does. Just something to follow and measure. So I might dabble the toe just to see what it do. But it needs to close above $6.45 in order to put an end to this downside madness. If it can get above $6.45, then we will be on and off to the races. Pretty Ricky is been in a bullish uptrend, but we now have some locked-in negative momentum. So hopefully that is the end of that. That was just a pullback, and we can break out from that. Needs to move pretty good today in order to make that happen. Has to break out above its resistance, and we need a close above $8.14 to put it into the downside. SQQQ also has a rally alert. It's been in a locked-in downtrend as well, and entry prices not too far removed from the market, so this one's one to watch today. We need a close above 46.56 to solidify the bull move. So there you have it, folks. There's a lot to take a look at today and to measure, and I think it's going to be fun going forward. We just don't know, excuse me, what we don't know. So there's a lot to measure and to learn and to watch. And let's just see what happens today. You just never know. The market could surprise us. So let's watch it. Let's see what this market can do. Let's see what it can give us. Just remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back to the greedy market. And for those of you that are not already members, you need to come on over to pulsewavetrading.com. Get yourself set up so you can learn how to trade and profit in these markets and hedge your physical portfolios. Trading room, hang on. We got some things to handle. Peace.